What's going on, guys? I got a quick one here. 2000, well, kind of a quick one. 13 Dodge Ram with the Hemi 5.7 in her. And let me show you this code that this thing had. Came in with this code stored in the driver's door module. Lost comms with the master power switch. A U113 Delta. Now, I've got the door skin off, and there's a reason I had the door skin off, but what I wanted to let you know is what the complaint was. The complaint was he obviously didn't have any front window function from the driver's door, or power locks function from the door switch here, as well as the power mirrors. Okay, you can see that we've got a multi-function switch, basically locks, you know, back windows, front windows, and then of course our folding mirrors, our power mirror circuits, right? Well, I'm going to let you know that they communicate over the intermediate high and low speed CAN on this, okay? And I'll get into that later here, but the passenger side lock and unlock function was also not functioning, and I've already diagnosed this one, guys. It's a bad switch, so I have the new switch in, and I'm going to show you the old switch so you know what I'm talking about. But let me show you this LIN signal from a known good, so that you have an idea of what good looks like before I show you the bad stuff. Oh, and by the way, this is the driver's door module. This is the driver's door switch. So they are two separate deals. They talk over a LIN, a communication line, which is this guy I'm back probed into right now. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what the LIN looks like with them both plugged in. I got to plug this one back in, and then I'm going to show you what this module, what they look like unplugged. Okay. All right, pretty straightforward. It is going to be basically a 0 to you know, battery voltage, 13 voltage volts, square wave. Okay, now I thought I had a ground issue because this isn't going all the way down to 0. I do not have a ground issue, and I will show you the grounds on both the switch as well as the module, and show you that it's not a ground issue. But nevertheless, this is with everything plugged in, talking, and I've got it paused right now, but I'll show you. You can see that we have a good signal. Okay, now with the old one in, it looks pretty much the same, no different. So that can be confusing. So my first thoughts were, I want to disconnect the LIN from the control module, right? The driver's door control module. Let me do that. This is the connector for it, and let me show you something here. Notice that we're at battery voltage right now, and look at over battery voltage, and you can see it bleeding off like that. I'm not sure if that's a capacitor inside of the door switch, because obviously that wire is, you know, that LIN wire goes from this module down to the door switch assembly, okay, or module, if you will. And you can see, after just sitting here, all that voltage bled off, okay, after sitting for a little bit. So pretty interesting. You can see we're sitting at about 3.2 volts still on that wire. That is not an issue, guys. Let me disconnect the door switch connector. So there you go. That 3 volts is normal, and it's coming from the door switch itself. Why? I don't know. It obviously has a capacitor in there. It probably has a capacitor in there that stores that energy. I don't know, but I just wanted to show that. So in case somebody's wondering, now I can show you everything plugged in, that the windows do function. Okay, everything's plugged back in. We're talking, and you can see now I've got function, left mirror. Okay, you can see, hopefully you can see that moving. Right side mirror, You can see that one's moving, and then down on that window, okay? So everything's working, guys, with the new switch. I know it's a bad switch, but now let me show you the checks on the old one that I did to confirm this. Alright guys, I'm running short on time, and my tablet's about to die here, of course. So we're just going to go into the door module here, electrical diagnostics under communication devices, and I'm just going to show you a quick down and dirty wiring diagram, because they were nice enough to give it to us in here. U113 Delta, and we could go to the other one too, the system diagrams, but this is pretty much all we need. You can see we got a driver door module bus circuit diagram. Now I'm going to tell you the wire colors on here do not match what it actually is, but this feed here is basically the door module to door switch. You can see here is our module door driver and switch window door lock driver. Okay, this is the right here, this green here is the LIN bus return. It is a white light green and a LIN bus. Okay, so we've got a ground wire, okay, going from one module to the other, or one, you know, the door switch to the actual what am I trying to say? Yeah, so here's your module for the door. That's this guy. Then you have your switch module, which is in the door. That's the guy that hooked up to this, right? And then what you have is you have a power feed coming from the module to the door switch. Then you have a LIN bus, which is that square wave I showed you, and then you're going to have a constant ground. So let me show you those. So real quick, test light hooked to ground. You can see that we have a gray, one is going to be a power feed, one's going to be a ground, and the other is going to be that LIN. Now I can tell you that the LIN is that green one with the, I think it's a gray tracer, and then I believe the violet yellow is my power feed. So the violet yellow will be the second one down, which is that one. So let me get the test light in there. So there you go. Good power feed coming from the door module to the switch. Okay. Test light switched over to be positive. Now we're going to check that return. So oh, come on. Story of my life. There's the ground return from the module, right? We're at the switch connector, guys. All right, and of course we already know we've got that signal, but I'll show it to you. All right, so there you go. There's the LIN. All right, that's coming from the door module. And again, like I showed you before, you're not going to see this signal produced by this fella right here, okay? Now this is the bad switch. All right, so there you go. All the checks complete. All right, I went ahead and plugged her back in, the bad switch, and you can see I've got no operation of windows. My little LED's not lighting up for that. I can operate the back windows, however. So that's still good. Lock and unlock is not functioning, okay? So without a doubt, we got a bad switch, guys. I am going to show you the bidirectional quick that I did initially to confirm that I don't have a problem as far as an output problem goes from the BCM to control these locks and excuse me, and windows. Because again, this talks over that intermediate CAN bus, and I can't get into that in too much detail, guys. Yes, I did check it, but I don't have time to show you everything. But I will show you the bidirectional controls you can do with the scan tool to confirm that. That told me I had an input problem, not an output problem. So I hope that makes sense. So let me show you that. Well, before I show you the bidirectional, guys, I wanted to show you that voltage bleed off on that LIN network. So if you watch, of course I've got the switch and everything plugged in, and all I'm doing is I'm back probed in at the connector to the door module. But you can see there's our signal, and if you remember right, on the good switch, that voltage bleed off, which I believe is a capacitor inside the door switch assembly, but I could be wrong, that bleed off took a while on the good switch. Let me show you how fast this one bleeds off. Instant. And it actually goes down, yep, 3 volts. So you can see how fast that bleed off went of voltage. Now I don't know if that's the issue, but just something interesting I noticed when testing that I wanted to show you. So again, we'll disconnect it, bleed off immediately. You can tell the difference between that and the new switch, which actually it wasn't a new switch. It was a switch I had, a known good switch, to make testing easier. But I just wanted to show you guys that. Nevertheless, yeah, I have a known good for these, because I see a lot of them fail, and I've got a known good. So, but nevertheless, hope you guys learned something from that. Now let me show you those bidirectional controls. Alright guys, so we're in here. We're just gonna go over to we're just gonna find our door module. For the driver's side, we're gonna come into functional tests. We're gonna go to window control. And this is a pretty cool test. They even give you amperage. Yeah, if you want to see window current sense down amperage and up amperage, they do show that. But if you look up here, we got down 2 to 5 seconds. So let's click that. There you go. Let's go up. Pretty straightforward. You can do the same thing for the passenger side, which I did. There's a lot of inputs here you can look at. But you know, I don't have time to run through all this, so hopefully you guys liked it. I know it was a quick video, but I gotta get back to work. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. If you have any questions, comments, drop them down. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks a lot.